got a very special package in today, and we are going to unpackage it for you right here. As you can see, it's in a thermal chest, one of those low boys, little handwritten enjoy message in it. But what could it be? Let's open it up and find out. Guys, take a look at this packaging. You've got a ton of these cold frozen baggies, some peanuts, and a beautiful 100% Australian Wagyu A9 grade, courtesy of one of my subscribers, Mr. Stephen Manis out of South Carolina, sent me this care package, and we're going to try to do it justice and get it cooked. Absolutely beautiful marbling on this thing. I just got to figure out which one of my Rectecs I want to use for this cook. I think I'm just going to do it in one of my 700s here. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah. Let's get one of these 700s out there. I got to fill up that hopper with those amazing Bear Mountain Bold BBQ pellets. They're my go-to for these long cooks, guys. If you haven't tried the Bold flavor, get you some. Trust me, they're absolutely fantastic. Nice, good, smoky flavor that you get from them. They smell good when they're burning. But these pellets are legit for cooks like this, long, low, and slow cooks. And I'm hoping to do this brisket justice. I'm not going to do anything different than what you've seen on my normal brisket cooks. I'm going to rock it at 225. It'll be an overnight cook. And I'm setting the Rectec here at 225. Gotcha! And I'm coming in with that Arnitex brisket rub, along with that PS seasoning Rodeo rub. And my favorite Mexican beer, the Bohemia. I don't plan on trimming anything off of this brisket, but just in case, that's the knife I'm using. But just look at this beautiful monster of a brisket. Look at the, you see it's right under 16 pounds. Look at the marbling on this thing. Absolutely fantastic. Beautiful looking brisket here, you guys. Very, very nice. Let's get up into this package in here. But as you can see here, it's an A9. And, man, looks like a dragon tongue. This thing is fire. So we're going to get up into it, guys. We're going to open this package. And I have decided that all I'm going to do is just pat it dry. And I'm not going to trim anything. I'm leaving the mohawk. You see some pieces that are hanging right there that I could easily trim. My knife's right there. But I decided not to. I'm just going to cook the whole thing just like this. I don't want to waste anything on this brisket. So I'm just going to go in like you've seen me do before, with that horseradish sauce that I like to use for my binder. And I'm just going to rub it down and come in with my rub combination. That is the absolute best rub combination that you can put on a brisket. I promise you that. Try it. I'll have the link for both of these rubs in the video description. And I'm just going to dust it with that PS seasoning Rodeo rub, which is absolutely fantastic, you guys. And we're just going to repeat the process on the top side. And you see that huge mohawk. But I'm just going to move some flaps aside and I'm just going to rub it down. That's how it's going to go into the cooker. I'm not going to chop it up or butcher it up or anything like that. We're just going to do it like that. Let's see what happens. I can't mess this up. I trust my cooker too much. That's a close-up. I'm just going to let it sweat in for about a good 10 minutes before I actually put it onto the cooker. And, it almost looks like a chicken in that shot. But there's the Rectec. It's up to temp. And I'm about to place the brisket into it. And this, like I said, guys, this is just an overnight cook. Nothing different than what I normally do. Other than I didn't, like, trim anything. But I'm just going to treat it the same and not overthink it. Because I just feel like when you start overthinking things, you just mess it up. You just mess something up. So no need to overthink it. Just do what you normally do and just let it go. And as you can see, it's 7 p.m. on a Saturday night, and I'm just gonna let it do its thing all night long until the next morning. But let me put that probe in there first, just to kind of monitor the temp. And here's the next morning, guys. It's right at 8:27 a.m. Sunday morning. Still rocking 225. I'm not even wrapping this brisket, guys. I'm just gonna let it go all the way wide open. It was already rocking 201, as you saw, and it was just about done. But take a look at that mohawk. Look how it stood up. It's not the prettiest brisket, but to me, I think it looks amazing. I mean, look at that thing. That's without trimming anything, guys. And I did wrap it in foil just to rest it. But here's the finished product. And guys, eventually what I did is I trimmed that mohawk completely off, and then I cubed it, and I made it made fantastic burnt ends. Absolutely delicious. Look at that beautiful flat on it. I didn't film too much of me slicing it because I had a lot of people over that day. But man, this thing is just absolutely fantastic. I'm going to go into this flat and pull out a slice just so you guys can see how juicy this flat on this Australian Wagyu A9 brisket is. Just take a look at that. And guys, remember, we didn't wrap it. We just cooked it wide open. And just look at the moisture coming out of that thing. This was an absolutely delicious cook. Thank you again to Mr. Stephen Manis. It actually was the perfect timing because that weekend, both of my boys were here. One from the military and one from college. They were here that weekend, and we all got to devour this beautiful brisket because of Mr. Stephen Manis, man. Thank you once again, guys. Here's a couple other shots from the brisket after it was all sliced up. Beautiful tasting, delicious brisket. I hope you guys liked the video. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.